My name is Gareth Wiecko. I am 32, and I'm from Wales originally, in the United Kingdom. Yeah, ever since I was about 10 years old, I started to learn piano, and then always studied, performed, and then it's gotten to this point now, basically. Yeah. Coming from Wales, I come from a Welsh-speaking background, but my parents don't speak Welsh. So when I moved from primary to secondary school, all my friends were so far away, it was so hard to go see them, so I wanted a hobby. So picked up the piano, caught onto it really quickly, was on it for 4 hours every day for the first 3 or 4 years, I'd say. And then after then, I just knew that I loved it, so I just continued to play it. Yeah, I just carried on, did a degree, came over to Australia, did another degree, just been composing and performing in the time. I've done one in performance and one in composition. Yeah. No, I use Ableton to produce and compose, and I consider that to be an instrument because it's a whole new ballgame altogether, just learning music production through software. So I've been learning Ableton for 6 years, but I did vocal for about 4 or 5, and then piano for 23 years, basically. Yeah. Yeah, primarily. Everything bar one track. I do one track because people recognize it, and it closes off the set a little bit, but everything else I wrote myself. For Burke Street, yeah, I'd say so, because you know what draws people in. On Burke Street, people tend to want a bit more of a flashy show, but then when you can do a quiet gig or perform elsewhere where it's a bit quieter, because obviously you can hear all the noise that's going on around right now. Yeah, you need it to really stand out here, so that's why I tend to play the more energetic stuff. But yeah, for the other places, I'd rather play quieter, down-tempo stuff. Yeah. I went to the Fremantle Street Arts Festival a year ago, went to Dark Mofo in Hobart as well. I do a bunch of gigs at some restaurants, I'm in a band as well, so it varies really, yeah. Yeah, I've done Cairns, Byron Bay, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Perth and Hobart. Hobart was amazing. I love Hobart. Yeah, everyone's super nice in Hobart. So I can't wait to go back down for Dark Mofo and do that again. Melbourne's the best place, I would say, just because there's so many people and so many people that are so affirmative in music at the same time. Sydney is rubbish. It's really weird with Sydney. It just feels like they don't really care for the buskers, so they don't want to help them out, whereas the council seem like they really have your back and they give you all these opportunities to perform as well. Burke Street is you have to go and interview in front of judges beforehand to get the spot that you have, and then once you have the spot, it's regulated, so I know I have this spot particular for 4 hours a day. Brisbane's rubbish. Byron Bay was amazing, because it's just Byron Bay. You don't wear shoes, you have no shirt on. I had long hair to here, so I was under a tree, just playing in 30-degree heat every day. Cairns is pretty fun as well, yeah. Just not Sydney. Crystal Reed from Teen Wolf came over and filmed me, and I had no idea who she was. And then the next morning I woke up and there was 500,000 views on a video on Instagram performing, and I just acquired a couple of thousand people liking my page overnight, which is a really strange feeling when you get normally anywhere from 5 to 15 a day when you be on Burke Street. Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. When I was at university, my lecturers always said that by being a musician, you can't, unless you're working for a symphonic orchestra and you have those regular hours and you're getting paid a set wage, being a musician, you kind of have to be a jack of all trades. So they've always stated you're doing 4 or 5 jobs at once. So as well as busking, I teach, I compose in the spare time, I perform in a band, and also, what else? Teach, perform, busk. There was another one, something else music related. I think I do session work as well, I guess that's the other one. So yeah, so it's just a bracket of stuff. But I'd say, yeah, busking keeps me afloat. It's really good. Yeah, it varies every week, I'd say. It's just, my favorite thing is just being able to put your music out there to an audience of people that normally wouldn't pay for a ticket or specifically come and watch your type of art. You put it out there and then people will just naturally gravitate towards it. And I guess that's my favorite thing about it is it's free art. And then if they appreciate it, then they can actually help donate or pay for it. But yeah, you change a lot of people's days without knowing that you are actually affecting their days. So I guess that's the best thing about it. don't be fearful of it. It can be quite daunting to begin with. I know everyone who starts up initially worries about if their art isn't the right art or if they're not doing the right thing, but I think you just got to jump into it, take a bit of time, find your feet, and just love it more than anything. Like, there's a reason that you're doing this, so enjoy what you do, and at some point you'll find your path, you know, or like your beam, and you'll settle there. I just want to be a full-time composer, basically. I said to my friend a few weeks ago, I want to make art that accompanies other people's art or can complement other people's art. So I want to find somebody like a film director or a video game designer and listen to their vision and then use my music to kind of like accentuate their vision, I guess. So yeah, I want to merge. Yeah.